Hi, this is Candy with The Art of Planning, and today we're going to look at how to actually use your planner so that it can help you achieve what you want to achieve daily, weekly, monthly. So this isn't about the pretties, this is about the powerful and on purpose. So I've got this open to a page in January. I'm actually going to take us back to December when I really needed to stay on focus, on task, on purpose to show you how I use mine. This is a classic size in a Franklin planner, and I use a day on 2 pages. That's just what I have decided is best for me. I don't know, maybe it's the you can't teach an old dog new tricks thing, but this is what I have grown to love and what I've used and just what works best for me. Okay, so this is like this because I will refer to this often. On this side of a day on 2 pages, on the left side, you have an appointment schedule that gives you hourly places starting at 8 a.m. and going to 8 p.m. So you have times where you can hourly write your appointments, the things you need to do, etc. I will show you that in a minute. Then next to that, farther left a bit, it says priority daily task list. So you're going to write anything that needs to be done, anything and everything, and then you will prioritize it. I will show you also that in a moment. Then to the right of that, daily don'ts. These are other things that don't necessarily have to be timed, that are not necessarily prioritized, but that you want to keep track of, that you want to make notes of. Again, I'll show you that in a minute. Now, this is down here because a lot of times these will be notes that nobody else needs to see, nobody else needs to know about, but I have to know about it. So I don't necessarily want to show you on camera. Some of the times it doesn't matter, some of the times it does. And the way I approach this always, not just because we're on camera, but just because this is what I do, I run a line across the middle. This is in pencil. I don't know if you can see or not. I run a line across the middle. I go down about halfway on this page, line across the middle, horizontal, line across the middle, up and down. And over here, I use this half of the page, this half of the bottom of the page for one thing, this half for another. I've always used the right side of this to make calls, so put people's names and their numbers, and over here I have used this in a different way, any way I specifically need to use it. So this can change for you however you need it to be, okay? So we're going to flip back. And I'm going to take you, we're actually going to go to Monday the 31st. Just because this is a time when I had pretty busy time that I can show you this is how we work, okay? So, we had, I can just tell you about this real quickly. I got Jim some Under Armour shoes from Academy Sports. I ordered it in a size 10. Surprise, when he opened them for Christmas, they were size 15. That didn't work very well. So I had originally called Academy Sports on the 27th to see about that. So here are my notes on that. My notes do not need to go on a time slot. They do not need to go on prioritized slot, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. But I do have at 9 o'clock, the boys, my grandsons were going to come over, so I've got that at 9 o'clock. Didn't know how long they were going to be there, and that was the only thing that needed to be timed for the day, okay? But in my notes, when I call about something, I always put a number. I always put, now they hide it from you. Customer service numbers are not so easy to find these days. So rather than go on an Academy Sports website, I will always go search. And I'm not just saying it's Academy Sports. No, it's any website. If you want their customer service number, I will go Google ABC company phone number. So I do Academy Sports customer service number, ABC customer service number, Coffee Time customer service number, because I want to call somebody and I want to talk to them. I could spend half an hour looking for customer service phone number. Yeah, you can send them an email, that's fine. I don't want to do that. I want to talk to somebody. So then I make notes on it. I want to know who I talked to. They gave me a promo code for another discount. They told me that they were going to email me a return packing label. I was on the phone for 40 minutes. I'm not sure where I put that. Anyway, here is all of the information about that phone number, which I want. And I want it on the date that I talked to them. So, not enough room for me to make detailed notes about that. I will always go over here and put that. So I've got notes, I've got names, I've got numbers, and I can refer to that on the date, okay? So that's what I did this. I'm going to show you what and how I do that, and then how I refer back to it. And that's probably going to show you why I use a day on 2 pages for one reason, but then it's going to show you some other things, okay? So that was the 27th. Now, if I had had more things to do, I would have put it on the appointment schedule. The week after Christmas we just played. Okay, here is what I needed to do on a few more things. I didn't really have to prioritize them, but they were on my to-do list, okay? So I'm going to flip over here. Oh, here, the 29th, I called in reference to the shoes, which I originally made the phone call for, and I called back in reference to that, and I was on the phone for 40 minutes. I finally hung up. That was just too much, okay? But I made note of it, and when I had called again, so there we go, okay, the 31st. Call Academy Sports, read the 27th. Guys, I am not knocking Academy Sports at all. They were wonderful when I finally got past that, the rush of the Christmas stuff. I think that's what it was. So I'm not knocking them. We do a lot of business with Academy Sports. We love you. I finally got it taken care of. It was no issue. I am just showing you how I reference things, okay? I am always going to go back to the information on the 27th because that's when I wrote all the detailed notes. So, call Academy Sports, read the 27th. That's where I put the customer service number. That's where I put all the detailed notes. So I don't want to write it 14 times. I can always refer back to the 27th. And then I needed to cancel something. There's the name. That's the phone number. That's where that was. And then I needed to, call MasterCard about a recurring charge that shouldn't have been there. And then these were the other things I needed to do. Now, actually, what I should have done is I should have prioritized those in the importance they needed to be done. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I needed to be done. I didn't think they needed to be prioritized that day. They just all needed to get done. I put an exclamation point there. I got that done. 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 I did not prioritize. Had they needed to be prioritized in the first things that needed to be done, I would have put an A on them. So that needed to be done. That needed to be done. That needed to be done, okay? Then the A's, I would have prioritized my A's by number. So if the Academy Sports thing needed to be done first, it's already got an A, then it's going to get a number 1. Then calling the MasterCard would have gotten a 2, then this would have gotten a 3, okay? So if they're A's, they get top priorities, and then the A's get prioritized by number. Then the other things get a B, and then the B get prioritized by number. So that's how I sort through the prioritized daily task list, okay? Then just right here, it was our daughter's birthday, so I've got her birthday on the schedule. Then there was an MRI at 11 o'clock. Then what I didn't put down here is we did take Chelsea out to supper that night. We always take the family out to supper on her birthday, so that's what needed to be done there. Then we're going to see how this setup works, guys. That's just a little note. I'm still trying to figure out setups in here. Then I had watched a video, one of my favorites now, and she had mentioned several people that she follows and loves. So I put on YouTube to find those people. Again, something didn't belong over here, but I wanted to make notes of it. So that goes on my daily note page. That goes on the right-hand side of my page. So it's always going to be there. So those are people that I wanted to find notes on. And then my studio, guys, we have been snowed in forever. And I just saw on the TV we're in a winter advisory watch right now. So when I go out to the studio, I want to grab a few things, and I made notes down here of the specific things I want to grab because it's cold out there and I don't want to spend a lot of time out there when I go. So that was what I put down right there. I wanted to remember what I wanted to grab when I go out there. Okay, so that's how December was used. Then we get over into January. So I hope I'm giving you an idea of what to do. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'll do another short video on the process I used to get my information in here, okay? Because I've had a lot of questions about that too. Okay, then we go to January 1st. We did nothing. Jim wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling real well. There was nothing on January 1st, is there? January 2nd was yesterday. There was quite a lot to do. You can see I've gotten out of the habit of prioritizing. I've got them all on here, but I've gotten out of the habit of prioritizing, and therefore things aren't getting done like they should. I have done several things on there, but there's a lot I haven't done too. So one of the things I need to do is sit down and move forward some of these things. So if it's on this list and it has not gotten done, and there are several of those, then I need to move it forward and get it done today or tomorrow. Those items, this is one of them. This is one of them. Oh, this is one of them. Okay, so there are things that have been put right here that haven't been achieved. I put an arrow on it. Then what I do right here is I do RE, which is refer January 2. I don't go ahead and rewrite everything on today. I just do refer to January the 2nd, and I need to go back and pick these up and look at them and get them done. Now, I may get them done today. I may not even attempt them today. So if it's something that needs to be done on Friday instead, I will most likely move it by hand in writing instrument from here to Friday if I don't even intend to try to get it done today. Okay, and then as you did see, here's where I will write general notes, and then here's where I will write very specific things. So that's kind of how that works. These are just some quick other things. January 9th is my birthday. I probably wrote that in my day book because, you know, I'm getting to the stage where nobody else nobody else will. I'm kind of the last of our family, so probably nobody else will write it in their date book, so I'm putting my birthday in my date book. We will be out of town on the 10th. I mark that off when we're going to be out of town, so I just know not to do anything there. January 17th, we're going to be out of town also, so I just mark through that. So what I end up doing is filling out anything I know needs to be filled out, and then the date book will fill up as we go along. It will get full. More and more of these pages in January will end up looking like this in December. So you can fill it up then as days allow, as times allow, and you can create your day as you want to. I suggest give yourself some off days, and the days that you want to get more done, fill your schedule on those days. I like to have work days, and then I like to have some off days. So that is how I schedule my days, how I get my days done, how I get my weeks done, and how I get my months done. And I will show you just a little bit in the next video about how I actually create my calendars. It's not long at all, but I will show you that real quickly. So if you have any questions, put those in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. Oh, and the thumbs up. You know, I watch lots of videos and I forget to give them a thumbs up, and I love them, but I still forget to do that. So if you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you do that. And I really appreciate it when you guys watch. I know that takes your time, and I appreciate that. Hugs to all of you. See you next time. Bye.